Today's strategy is one of the most life-changing, but also one of the most challenging ones, at least for me. But it's also the most misunderstood. We're talking today about acceptance, not giving up, not settling, but recognizing what's outside of your control and releasing the resistance that's holding you back. Because acceptance is where true peace begins. And I'm talking about inner peace. Hi, and welcome to Beyond Empty Nest. I'm your host, Jody Silverman, speaker, mentor, and Chief Dare Officer at Moms Who Dare. Every Thursday, I'll share stories of midlife transformation, happiness tips, and dare you to see the opportunities waiting for you so that you can make this next chapter even better than the last. If you're ready to dare, I'm ready to dare with you. Let's get into today's episode. Welcome back. It's week 4 of my birthday week of solo episodes just for you. And if you've missed one of the other ones, don't worry, they're there. You can always go back and listen. Today's strategy is one of the most life-changing, but also one of the most challenging ones, at least for me. But it's also the most misunderstood. We're talking today about acceptance, not giving up, not settling, but recognizing what's outside of your control and releasing the resistance that's holding you back. Because acceptance is where true peace begins. And I'm talking about inner peace. Now, you've probably all heard the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It sounds simple, but let's be real. It's not always easy because most of us are walking around trying to change things and people that are 100% out of our control. And when we can't change them, that's when suffering comes. That's where acceptance comes in. Acceptance means we stop fighting reality. It means we meet the moment as it is, not as we wish it were. I'm going to say that again. Acceptance means we stop fighting reality. Rather, we meet the moment as it is, not as we wish it were. And that, my friends, opens the door to peace, healing, and movement forward. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest roadblocks to acceptance: expectations. Here's the hard truth. Having unspoken or unrealistic expectations for how others should behave based on your own beliefs, values, and past experiences is one of the fastest paths to disappointment and suffering. It sounds like this: they should know better. I would never do that. If they loved me, they would act differently. Here's the deal: people don't live inside our heads. They don't share our wiring, our childhood, our life lens, how we see the world. When we expect others to act in ways that match our own belief systems without ever clearly communicating or agreeing on those expectations, we're setting ourselves up for a lot of frustration, people. Acceptance in this context means letting go of the need for people to be who we think they should be and instead allowing them to be who they are. Now, that's a mic drop moment, if I have to say so myself. I'm going to say it again. This is important stuff, and it's so hard. This is the hardest strategy, has always been the hardest of the 5 strategies for me to put into practice, but I practice it, and it's been difficult, and I practice it over and over again, and sometimes I do really well, and sometimes I struggle with it. So here it is again. Acceptance in this context of expectations means letting go of the need for people to be who we think they should be and instead allowing them to be who they are. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to tolerate behavior that is awful or that hurts you. It simply means you stop tying your peace to someone else's choices. Acceptance invites you to ask these 3 questions. Is this mine to control? Is this expectation fair, realistic, and communicated? And can I release this or shift how I respond? There's actual science behind this, everyone. When you release emotional resistance to a situation that you can't control, your brain and body shift. Stress hormones go down, blood pressure lowers, you're able to think more clearly. Acceptance also enhances emotional flexibility. That means you're able to respond more calmly, creatively, and confidently instead of reacting from a place of pain and fear. So here's your dare. Here's your dare. Ask yourself, where might you be holding on to something that it's really time to let go of? Or the other part of the dare is maybe make it intentional. So the next time something happens, maybe your plans fall through or somebody lets you down, or maybe there's a situation right now, I want you to take a beat. I want to take a deep breath. Take a beat is just a pause, everybody. Take a deep breath. And your dare is to ask yourself these 3 questions. Is this something I can change or influence? Am I expecting someone to act in a way they never agreed to? Is holding on to this expectation costing me my peace? And as you embark on this dare of questioning, and if you've answered yes, then it might be time to shift from control to acceptance. Again, acceptance is not about giving up. It's about letting go of the struggle and making space for clarity, peace, and aligned action. Sometimes the most courageous thing we can do is say, this is where I am right now, and it's okay. Let me know what you're going to choose to let go of. And remember, go to those 3 questions. Your dare is to either reflect on a time where your plans are falling through, or maybe it's happening, or maybe you're in a space right now of holding on to something or having unrealistic expectations, and ask those 3 questions again. Let me know how it goes for you. I want to hear what your takeaway was. And don't forget that next week is week number 5 of my birthday month for you. Check out the show notes because I do have a birthday gift that I'm gifting to you. And I'll see you next week. Until then, be kind to yourself, let it go, and dare on. Love this episode? Let's keep the conversation going over in the Moms Who Dare Facebook group. Link is in the show notes below. And listen, if you're ready to take what you're learning here to the next level, then check out the Next Chapter coaching program. Our special July celebration offer is live all month long. Dare on.